Hello everyone, it's Caribbean E. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a good and a wonderful day, and that you find yourself in the best of health. Today I want to talk about accommodations and lodging as you prepare to return. Some of you are going to be returning, or some of you coming to the first time to Dominican Republic. And I just want to give you the ups and downs about your lodging. And I would say to you, check out your lodging carefully and extensively before making reservations and coming here. And you that have made plans to stay in the resorts, you don't have to worry about it because everything is already figured out for you. You're paying that in your price and then your cost. But you that are coming on your own to check out the country for the first time, I would definitely encourage you to read the fine print, read the remarks, because there's probably somebody that have stayed in that Airbnb or hotel before you did. There's nothing no worse than having a bad stay at an Airbnb or hotel. That's a nightmare. Because first of all, you come in here to get away from all that drama from the States, from work, from family and everything. You come in here to relax and enjoy yourself and take it easy and just have a good time. Stress-free, good time. And so you do your homework. You make sure you do your homework before you make the reservations, even for Airbnb or for a hotel. Because I can share with you some nightmares that we had, especially with Airbnb, because they get a little tricky. And then some hotels, they show you how nice and glamorous they are on the front, and they show you the best rooms that they got. But when you get there, it's nothing like what you seen when you made that reservation. So therefore, you're stuck. We've had the same problems. So if it's a bad room, because this happened to us in Puerto Rico. We stayed in this hotel one night. I couldn't take it no more. My nerves were shot. Felt like I was breathing fire out of my nose and mouth and slobbing from the lips. I couldn't take another night. Toilet got stopped up. It was just a whole 9 yards. So we ended up staying one night. We looked on hotel website, got us another hotel. Hotel was excellent, superb. Okay, the restaurant wasn't open or anything else was open because it was brand new. We were some of the brand new guests that stayed there, but that was cool. That was fine. We was walking distance to close mom and pop restaurants, or we could jump in the Uber and get where we go, get where we had to go. But what I'm saying is say this: the lodging was a lot better than where we were. Now things slightly change when you go to an Airbnb. And so far we had good success with our Airbnbs in Puerto Rico. Okay, in Puerto Rico. A nice lady took care of us, made sure the room was clean. When we first got there, she had to tidy up, so we just left our bags, suitcases there, jumped into an Uber, took off and did some sightseeing, whatever. Came back, everything was cool. We stayed there, I think, 1 or 2 nights. No complaints, everything was good. She had coffee there, had a kitchenette there. That's what I'm talking about. But we also had Airbnbs when we went to the north. Totally different story. Okay, because first of all, the guy propped up his property, and the room was only $35 a night. But when you get there, you come off the main road, then you gotta make a turn and go up this long little dirt road. Okay, it's like a quarter of a mile to a mile. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's just like Indiana Jones being in the boonies, swinging from tree to tree. Okay, it was horrible. It was terrible. He had two dogs laying around. He smelled. This is the same guy that decided he gonna skinny dip the next morning. When me and my wife seen him skinny dip, some German guy, I wasn't about to get in that water, either was she. So we stayed there just for a short period of time. We rented a car the next day, and we got us a much better spot, Playa Alicia, right there, walking distance to our condo to the beach. Food was good, white fish was great. So what I'm saying is that sometimes you have to look at the reviews of your Airbnb, and then sometimes you got to pray about it. But just have a backup plan when you get here, because if it's a disaster, it's a disaster. Because this man that I'm talking about that was skinny dipping in his pool, his son they were supposed to have a little small restaurant on property. Well, his son cooks the food and runs that little small restaurant. Well, he was nowhere around. He was out of town. So therefore, no restaurant. So we wanted to get somewhere. They was charging us $10 each way because they seen us coming. And it's the sewer area. So we went $10 down this way, $10 up this way. You know, it was all about the taxis and how much they can get because they seen us coming. They smelled us when we got off the bus with our suitcases and luggage. So I'm saying to you, do your homework. Now also, we had another bad experience in an Airbnb, and this was in Punta Cana, not too far from the resorts. We got there, everything was cool, but we had no idea that they didn't fumigate the place. Because my wife, the first night, my wife got ate up so bad, it was ridiculous. Because my wife is allergic to mosquitoes. So all her forearms, she was fighting off all the mosquitoes all night. All in here, her neck. It was just, she looked like she had been in a fight with Mike Tyson the next morning. She tried to get under the covers at night, and she could just hear him buzzing around all night. It was these mosquitoes was like mating season, and these mosquitoes was I think it was the queen, whatever it was, but whatever they was doing, they was having retreat on her, and I felt so bad for my wife the next morning because I heard her, moaning and groaning and complaining, but I didn't know it was that bad until the next day. So I know for a fact I will not be going back to this same Airbnb, even though the prices were reasonable because you had upstairs and downstairs. And we had another couple with us. So they was downstairs, they was cool, we was upstairs. And they had a nice little pool downstairs, nice accommodation, but it was a mosquito problem. Because some of these people don't put out the money to fumigate before the guests get there. So that's something you gotta watch out for. Because if you got a problem with mosquitoes or you're allergic, you better make sure you look at people's comments before you book that Airbnb. So you always look at the comments, the reviews. Don't just take it for face value. Read the reviews. Make sure you listen to what the people are saying, because you're going to have some pros, some cons. Some people are going to be saying some negative stuff. Some people are going to be saying some good stuff. But the ones that are giving you the truth, that's the ones you need to focus in on. Because like I said, nobody wants to have a bad experience in an Airbnb. Nobody wants to have a bad experience in a hotel. But it's like that because we live in a world and a culture, especially where everything is happening now. We got the COVID-19, but when the tourism industry began to flourish and open back up the hotels, open back up the Airbnbs, you're going to have to be very, very careful, okay? And you got to watch out for COVID this time other than mosquitoes. You got to be very, very careful where you book and where you make your reservations at. So I just wanted to tell you and give you guys that information because we've been there and done that. I don't have all the information for you where you're going to stay. I can just refer you to where we stayed at locally. Some people are going to stay in Santiago. Some people are going to stay in Puerto Plata or Sosua or Playa Alicia or other places, or Los Terrenos or Santo Domingo, okay, or Punta Cana, wherever you're at. But I noticed personally that even when you're close by the beach where they spray or put them incense up, you're gonna have a best vacation because who wants to go to bed early at night when you're paying all this money to stay on a resort? Okay, so I'm just saying that some places don't take care of you, the mosquitoes will. So again, do your homework, be thorough, check out your hotels, check out the reviews, check what people saying, then make a good conscious decision, because I'll tell you something. You worked hard for your vacation. I don't want to see you come here and be miserable and say I'll never go back there again, because every area ain't the same. We got less mosquitoes here in Santiago because we're not close to the water. Okay? But as you get close to the water, you got more mosquitoes. So, take that information, share it with yourself, your neighbors, your friends, or whoever's coming this way, so they'll know you do your homework and do your research before you get here. And we can give you some advice on the area here, but for the most part, do your homework so you don't be caught in having a horrible night sleeping when you can be sleeping like a king and queen and get ready to enjoy your vacation because you worked hard for it. So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember life to be enjoyed. Hit that subscription notification, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.